From 1st July 2026, the super contribution rules change again, and most people leave free money on the table without realising it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use the concessional cap, the non-concessional cap, and the carry forward rules to your advantage. Here is the number that should grab your attention. If you salary sacrifice an extra $10,000 into super in 2026 to 27, you can save up to $3,200 in tax, because money inside super is taxed at just 15% instead of a marginal rate as high as 47%, including the Medicare levy, according to the ATO. Getting this wrong is expensive in a quiet way. Unused concessional cap older than 5 years expires permanently, and for a worker on a 39% marginal rate, leaving $10,000 of cap unused means roughly $2,400 in extra tax that year alone, according to the ATO. Your first move is to log into MyGov, link the ATO, and find your total super balance. This one number is the gatekeeper because it decides whether you qualify for carry forward and the bring forward rule, so write it down before doing anything else. From 1st July 2026, the concessional cap increases from $30,000 to $32,500 per person, according to the ATO. Remember, this cap covers everything pre-tax combined, including your employer super guarantee, any salary sacrifice and personal deductible contributions. If your total super balance was under $500,000 on 30 June, you can use carry forward, adding unused concessional cap from up to 5 previous financial years on top of this year's cap, according to the ATO. Download your contribution history from your fund portal and add up how much of each year's cap you actually used, because someone with $60,000 of unused cap could make a very large deductible contribution in a single year. Here is what that looks like in practice. If you use $30,000 of catch-up concessional cap in a single year and you're on a 39% marginal rate, you save about $7,200 in tax that year, based on the gap between your marginal rate and the 15% super rate, according to the ATO. Non-concessional contributions are after-tax money you have already paid income tax on. From 1st July 2026, the annual cap rises to $130,000, and if you're under 75 and eligible, the bring forward rule lets you contribute up to $390,000 in one go, which is 3 times the annual cap, according to the ATO. This is the headline number for 2026-27. From 1st July 2026, if your total super balance was under $1.84 million on 30 June, you can trigger the bring forward rule and put up to $390,000 of after-tax money into super in a single year, according to the ATO. That is perfect timing for an inheritance, a bonus, or proceeds from a property sale. Your final move is to keep an eye on the ceiling. From 1st July 2026, the general transfer balance cap rises to $2.1 million, and the non-concessional eligibility threshold moves up too, according to the ATO. If your total super balance gets too close to that limit, your non-concessional cap can drop all the way to zero, so plan your big contributions before you get there. Timing genuinely matters here. In 2025-26, the most you could put in under bring forward was $360,000, but from 2026-27 it climbs to $390,000, according to the ATO. That extra $30,000 invested for 20 years at 5% a year could add roughly $79,000 to your retirement balance based on simple modelling. The biggest mistake is assuming the caps are so low it is not worth the effort. In reality, from 1 July 2026, you can put up to $32,500 a year in pre-tax, super plus up to $390,000 over 3 years after tax if your balance and age allow, according to the ATO. And amounts like that can completely transform a retirement. The second common mistake is going over your cap by accident. If you exceed your non-concessional cap, you may be forced to withdraw the excess plus associated earnings, which are then taxed at your marginal rate with interest charges, according to the ATO. Always confirm your remaining cap and check whether you already triggered a bring forward period in earlier years before you contribute. Let us run the checklist. Check your total super balance in MyGov, know your $32,500 concessional cap, Use carry forward if your balance is under $500,000. Know your $130,000 non-concessional cap. Use bring forward up to $390,000 if eligible. And keep your balance under the $2.1 million transfer balance cap. The 2026 to 27 financial year is a genuine window to revise your super strategy while the caps are higher and the rules are in your favour. If this helped, subscribe and watch our next video on how salary sacrifice actually works on your payslip so you can put these caps to work straight away.